Let's go to Alabama at Georgia. This is a game every year. Well, I guess it's not going to be played every single year moving forward, but we circle it. It was one of the best games of the year last year.
Yes.
Ryan Williams, really like a coming out party for him. And
That was
Alabama
a
jumped all
huge
over Georgia.
overreaction game for
That was a big
everybody.
overreaction game.
It was. It was
Huge
great.
overreaction game. But it was actually interesting because we talked about this a couple weeks ago when Georgia played Tennessee. Same thing happened last year. Alabama jumped all over Georgia in the first quarter, and they had to respond and get their way back into this game. Georgia favored by 3 points here. And I think that, one of the interesting things was Kirby Smart saying that he thinks Ty Simpson is maybe the hottest quarterback in the country, which I think
I agree
obviously
with
is
that.
high praise. But we've talked about how they have improved. Alabama got right. Alabama looks very different than they did in week one. It was like a lack of urgency. Ty Simpson even said after that game against FSU, first drive went well, great. We thought we had it in the bag, kind of took the foot off the gas pedal. This looks like a different team. They've looked like the Alabama we expected them to look. Offense has been explosive. Ryan Williams has looked like Ryan Williams. I want to see that team at this state. I'm glad they're playing them now when they are firing on more cylinders. What they look like against the Georgia defense that we saw Tennessee was able to move the ball and kind of gash at times. But then also like a Gunnar Stockton who really took a step forward in that fourth down play to get them back in the game and eventually lead them to the win over Tennessee. I think that changed some perceptions on him. But I'm just glad that Alabama is this version of Alabama for this game, because I think it gives them a really good chance to go out and win this game and totally change the way that we're talking about Kalen DeBoer.
No doubt. And to go back to Ty Simpson, I think that he has been the best quarterback in college football outside of week one. The bounce back has been phenomenal, just really efficient. He's been able to hit the explosive plays. Surely hasn't been challenged, but it's been good to see that. And he's going up against a Georgia secondary that is not great. They're 10th in the SEC in total defense, 13th in pass defense. You look nationally, there are 101st in pass efficiency defense, right? So this is a matchup that if Ty Simpson continues to play the way that he has, and Ryan Williams plays the way that we've seen the last couple weeks, and Jeremy Bernard plays the way that we've seen in the last couple weeks, they can really challenge Georgia. My biggest issue here, though, is I don't think that we've seen Alabama play that team that can bring it to them physically and match the talent. Wisconsin brought it to them physically. They made Alabama quit running the football. They refused to run the football in Wisconsin. Georgia is going to see that, and I think they're going to be initially, let's try to punk these dudes, and let's try to get big on them, and let's try to push them around. And that's the response I need to see from Alabama playing a team like Georgia is, have you gotten past that, what we saw in week one where guys were getting pushed around a little bit? And if they can do that, I think they win the ball game.
I will also say, even with the high profile losses that Alabama's had under Kalen DeBoer, they've been really good coming off of buys, and they've got up for the big games. Their problem has been games that they're supposed to win. But they have gotten up for the big games, especially Georgia last year. Like you said, Ryan Williams, he's been really explosive lately, which is the way that you expect him to be. Jeremy Bernard has been awesome as well. It's kind of reminds me a little bit of the Jeremiah Smith and Mika Ibuka deal, where you've got a guy who can kind of really benefit from maybe some extra attention paid elsewhere. I'm excited for this one. I think it's going to be really, really important in the SEC race, but certainly very, very important for Kalen DeBoer and Alabama to show the nation that they are not who they were in week one, and that they are a lot better, that they are a lot more creative and explosive, and really honestly just fun to watch, and that they're going to factor in and maybe have a path to the college football playoff. They win this game or at least play it close, I think we're going to be back to just kind of maybe penciling them back in to the CFP, and we'll see where that continues to go.